Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. It's part 18 of Climb Mount Narodnaya. We're going to continue in Wargame Red Dragon. We got a lot to do, and we've got to do it quick. So, anyway, our Kumamoto battle went real well, and it's time to invade Nagasaki. We also have Naval Sector Romeo that's pending, but I think we'll beat him there. Ooh, what's this here? Oh, the ASM. Oh, the helicopter. Yes, I forgot about that. The SH-60B. Anyway, no matter to that. Kumamoto, there's a battle pending there, but we're going to bring most of our forces down to Kagoshima. I want to bring down the helicopters, anything that's powerful and can strike. I do know we still have our VDV that's lost a lot. They kind of just have some ASU-85s left. So we're going to leave our tanks in position. We're going to bring down the naval infantry as well. In fact, possibly they could use their forces here at Kanoya. Also, we'll leave our support tanks and our VDV there. So anyway, the Battle of Nagasaki has to begin, and this is going to be a real good battle because we're against aardvarks, which are going to be kind of tough to beat. But we've got plenty of naval infantry, which means we're going to be able to attack them from every direction. So here comes the naval infantry from there. We've got anti-aircraft ready to roll, so they're going to be troubled a little bit by that. They also have another group of the anti-tank ready to go, so we can cut through a lot of these tanks. So tanks and aircraft are pretty much nullified. More anti-tank, more VDV, more naval forces, more infantry. We're going to have plenty of infantry. We're going to have plenty of control of the map. I did quickly, by the way, take a look at the map too, by the way. So we will have Karatsu and Lima, which means we can pretty much park ships right outside of Bravo and keep them pinned down. All we have to do is lure and skewer these F-15s, and we'll F-15A Eagles. We should have a pretty good time. So some concerns then before we get started there. This battle is pretty much going to be in the bag. Kumamoto will probably do that. We'll do Nagasaki, Kumamoto, then the ship. But Nankoku, of course, will probably be attacked again. And a lot of these forces are not supplied because they're not in an R&R area. So I should probably forget about Wargame and just go right into Nankoku so we can resupply for future turns. I should have kind of thought of that at the beginning. But anyway, we can resupply the independent naval VDV regiment if needed. But anyway, I would rather have Nankoku be an easy victory. So we're going to put all of our troops here just to kind of block them. So these forces may possibly move to Wargame, Tsuyama, and then Hiroshima. So what we'll do is, since they do have a helicopter, I'm going to stay at Hiroshima so we don't have to fight them. But if Tsuyama becomes captured, we'll go back there. We can call in some additional reinforcements for the Kuznetsov here with our 45 points, but we don't need to. And in fact, what we're going to do, actually, now that I think of it, if we move our task force Minsk a little closer to Naval Sector Whiskey and then Naval Sector Romeo, we're going to have ourselves a two-pronged naval attack from us. Now, we cannot allow the 3rd Marines, the Combat Assault Battalion, or the Armored Regiment to land, and we're going to punish the hell out of those planes. But meanwhile, we have that fleet distracted. We're going to go in right through the back door. And in fact, here, with our VDV regiment, we could probably punch through at Kanoya with our aircraft, our helicopters rather, and the VDV. A typical Japanese defense of tanks, infantry, and helicopters. We'll probably be able to pierce that pretty easily. Naval Sector Lima will make up for Quebec, which we lost due to those helicopters. But anyway, it's time to roll, so let's go right into Nagasaki then and let the bombs drop, baby. Too soon? Okay. Launch the battle. By the way, they don't really have any AA at all. They do, well, I should say they do have a lot of AA, but really what it's going to come down to is fighting with Eagles and Aardvarks, really, I should say. I mean, we'll probably see these units, but we're going to be able to crush them rather easily. So yes, they do have AA, but they really don't. The biggest thing I'm afraid of is the AH-1S and the 75 MSSR. So let the battle begin. We'll defend. I mean, as usual, it comes down to defending in one area and attacking in the other. And Boris is a real good target to attack. Though with those aardvarks out, we're going to have to provide nothing but 24/7 air coverage. So we're going to have probably some gunboats park up here and here to make sure our naval landing is secure. So let's take care of the Navy first of all. And we can always reinforce here at Karatsu, but points are going to be very limited unless we get Boris there. So anyway, Naijin there is going to be secured. If we bring in Nanushka there and there, we should be pretty set. in blocking helicopters, infantry, and even bombers that try to come out. And if we get some Biryusas down, that would be good. Though I think the best thing for us would be the, too bad it's not amphibious, damn. But the BTR-70 is, we can get these Iglas out. They're trained. It is the regular Igla, 55% accuracy. If they get to this building here, they'll be able to defend better. But again, we're going to have tons of everything coming at us, so we're going to have to be very selective at what we do. Let's begin, let's finish up the defense here at Karatsu. I think what we could do is probably bring out some Factoria. Bring out 3 of those. We'll need to save extra points as usual for our aircraft, and that Aardvark makes attacks hard because we can't necessarily move in that beautiful blob as we usually do, or as we're very used to doing. So we're going to have to make sure that aircraft die first. The Strela 10M would be a very good weapon against that kind of stuff, and in fact we could probably, if we have a tuna, oh damn, oh wait, we do we or not? No, yeah, it's naval landing forces, so we probably won't get them. So we do have, we could probably keep the Strelas along with the Nanushkas here and make a really heavy anti-air defense and then start flooding that town. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to use some of our infantry in the amphibious Pakota here, the MTLBVs, and we'll come up with these troops and see if we can block them there and see what we can do. Now there's a lot we can bring in via the Navy, so our Gaijin is going to stay there, but we're going to use these Nanushkas really good advantage with those, and we'll get some other infantry out too. Well, again, we're going to be dealing with AA and everything else, so this could end as a draw, but we cannot allow that to happen. That would be a failure. So let's have the Schmelz. Wow, look at that. Tons of Schmelz we can call out, but it's going to be worthless, so never mind. We do have BMP 1Ps. We have AA as well. There's going to be choppers roaming about everywhere, so we'll need to make sure we have Igla wherever we can call it out. We're going to call out our most advanced Igla here and pump the city full of infantry. Actually, since those guys are amphibious, we'll keep them there. Alright, so let's see, 280 points left to spend. We'll try to do some lures and skewers with some naval units and some aircraft, so let the battle begin. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're going to get our ATGMs up in place right away. Ryan Seacrest can go, that can drop. Get these guys out. Okay, VDV is going to block. And the Iglas will block as well as soon as we find them. Alright, so the enemy does have that position. Looks like they're actually on the move. Our Gaijin is already firing at it. Gonna have to spread these troops out. Remember, they have missile launchers. Alright, we're rolling up. Nice to see tanks go up against ships for once, huh? The epic battle. Alright, so we should be in a very good defensive position here at Karatsu. If they're going to find a command, they're going to have to come over here. And we've got plenty of other stuff to stop them. Meanwhile, the Nanushka's just been hit. The hell? They're actually shooting at this thing? Oh, you Yanshikis. Alright, well, if that's the way you want to play, then we'll call out an elite 38. Now, they might have support, but this is an attempt at a lure and skewer. Wow, that Nijin is like a sniper rifle. The further they get out of that zone, the better. Okay, let's send up some of our troops and set up a landing there. We'll reinforce that when needed. Oh, yes. Wow, Yak-38 actually took a hit. But he was able to escape. It didn't look like he got hit there for a second. Anyway, these Nanushkas, the real weapon that I want is the 30 OSAs remaining in it. That's really what we want. We'll get these other troops to land up here. Okay, let's get some recon out to make sure they're not going to flank. Now, the objective here is Boris. We need to make sure we've got plenty of AA to deal with any aircraft that come out. Beer uses could be good for a stun. And we've got enemy tanks that are pretty effective against us. We want durability here, so the AMVs are really what we want. It's probably about the max we're going to call out for AMVs. Beer uses can actually fire further than those Strelas. Again, an attempt at a lure and skewer here is what we need. If we can get into Boris, we can do some selective strikes, and if we can get some tanks in there, we can find out where the hell their AA is. This is going to be a spendy landing. If we pop the AA, though, we're going to be in a better position. Looks like there was some sort of tank moving there. Damn, he's heading right for us, too. Oh, and he's breaking off. Woo! He's hauling ass. Alright, let's drop a bomb. You know what, let's not do that. The AA is going to just get right on top of us. They're smart. They haven't used any of their aircraft yet, so they're definitely waiting. But we've got... Oh, hold on a second. Hello, beautiful. Alright, the Yaks can come out then and insta-engage. Beautiful, and we can go back home. Goodbye. My home planet needs me. Alright, so the Factoria should hit anything coming around that corner. They're ready to target. Missiles away, and insta-miss there. Derp, derp, derp. Oh, wow, look at that. They thought they saw something, so they fired. Very Captain Bannon of them. Alright, well, at least they didn't destroy anything, but those missile launchers have got to die. These guys will be pretty visible if we engage with the Marines like that. But the naval landing door is open. Toes are on Oscar Grouch. Oh, and they're done. And an aircraft coming in again, and the Aardvarks breaks off. Yep, I knew it was an Aardvark too. Moment they smell a ground unit. Well, probably best for us to move the Igla up then. Yes, indeed. We're gonna need some, wow, look at all the supply trucks we have. Let's get some of those out. Iglas are they're gonna be hungry in a minute. Just go ahead and get in there. Wow, that small missile barrage killed that many Igla? I don't think so. Never had that sort of insta-sniper rocket accuracy. 3 rockets fired off and they killed half the group there? I don't think so. Nice try. We have trained left, and we have hardened left too. Doesn't really matter what we use, though. A little annoying. Anyway, it's time for us to move up. We need some more tanks on the field in order to do it. But we really are running out of battle time. They're going to fire rockets again, though. Oh, that was nice. Alright, looks like an insta-bomb is out. Aardvark's coming in. He's going to kill those Biryusas. That's a shame, but it's an equal trade. The hell did those Yak 141s come in from over there? They should have came out at Karatsu, the closer area. Damn. That's really frustrating. It should have been another Aardvark, or one Aardvark down. That's a shame. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, of course, a helicopter knows exactly where we are, except they don't. Alright, let's bring up our Gaijin. That'll actually make sure we don't cause any more mistakes. Time to spread out too, because the aardvark will be Oscar Grouch, which means Oscar Mike, which is a joke. It's from Sesame Street. Alright, Igler on the way up. We need some more recon if we're going to move up effectively. We just need to create a whole net of AA. Plenty of choppers, plenty of aircraft everywhere. We can capture Boris, we'll be better set. Looks like it's all supply trucks. Possible command spotted. See it there? Yep, that's got to be it. We'll move house to house then. We'll put some Marines in the forest, and we'll get the rest of them to hop right in. What the hell is this? Just helicopters waiting? Yeah, look at that. They're ready with insta-rockets. Bastards. Oh, I forgot we don't have that call out anymore. If our Strela came up there, it would probably be killed right away. I'm going to bring it up a little closer, though, just in case they move and they don't see us. Kiryuka Hawk is there. Beautiful. That's going to be a nice kill. Oh, yeah. Insta-ack aardvarks. Damn. There goes 4 squads. Oh, good. Very bad coverage of bombs. Oh, how the hell are you going to fire a missile while you're being engaged like that? Damn. He's just driving and lets one fly. Alright, we're gonna drop bombs here. We don't have time for this. Of course, the Hawk moves to a new position, unopposed. The Yak-38 is down. Damn. Wow, we got out of there. Should have died the first time, though. Hope we got him, I'm not sure. Those 141s really are just getting into some trouble. Alright, time for the infantry to come up. Not enough of those. Well, actually. Okay, we'll chug away at what we got there. Oh, Jesus. Japanese refusing death. Looks like we're clear to move up, though. The attack forces are green lighted. Whatever, payback's a bitch. Alright. So Boris will be ours in just a moment. Make sure they don't cause any more problems. We just don't have enough time to do everything we want to do. And there were enough points, too. Hopefully one missile from the Strela can pretend it's the computer and hit and kill every one of them. That'd be nice. We are tightening the noose again, though. Get our aircraft out of there. Don't know why the Birusa wanted to go that way. Of course, they can see the Strela. Ah, they attacked some of our infantry, I see. They were able to see them in that heavily wooded area. Always avoid forests if your forces are trying to look for cover. It's always a death trap. There's many places to hide. It's horrible. Anyway, everything's ready to roll. Motor Streliki and VDV are set. Igla need rearming. Dimitri's got to be loaded with trouble. Anyway, we got 5 minutes. The attack has to begin now. With the aardvark about, we have to keep everything on the move. What the hell is this? Thank you. What the hell was that? They're command hunting. Oh, yes they are. Goodbye. We needed to save the command there, for sure. Goodbye to the Urals. Wow. Whoa, Yak 38, get out. That's gone, damn. Right, so we're taking a lot of losses here. But need to gain a lot, too. This is towards the end of the campaign as well, so you know the enemy's going to have a lot more to fight with. T-55s here. Come right on up. So we should have brought some seed aircraft. That would have been pretty helpful here. Nanayan Shikis are up again to try to engage us. We'll bring our T-55s up then. These are the Gs, by the way. It's alright, we'll retreat from the area for the time being. Aardvark. Beautiful. The Gs are up. Equal trade, I guess. Damn, they always make it so difficult for us to boot the damn door down. Wow, these troops made it in unopposed. That means that whole village is loaded with infantry. Command's on the move. 2 minutes left. They've blocked the door. Just too many Nanian-shikis here. Short arrows are up. Kill whatever is there, boys. House to house fighting now as we look for the command. And, better yet, any hawks we find, which that guy's already hauling ass on the road. Got transports everywhere, Mitsubishi. Eagles up. Damn, he fired for days and hit nothing. We have 70% of the points needed to win. Alright, we have less than a minute left. We're going to try to do a bombing run here. Maybe we can blow up these cargo trucks. See if we can set up a nice chain of destruction. Artivik is out of there. He escaped. Damn. As I thought he would. Still going to push with the infantry and beer uses and everything. So we took a lot of losses, but we also had a lot of victories. Especially against aircraft. That was pretty damn good. Battle's not over yet, though. Of course, a few seconds left, but commands are still there. Oh, they're trying to cap. No, you don't. Everything, of course. Peanut butter everywhere. Lost some Marines and such. Damn. A draw. My ass. We had way more points than they did, so complete victory. It's like you can only get a total victory, though. You can never push them out completely. But the battle for Nagasaki comes to an end, and probably best that we didn't call out anything else for that. Alright, so the Battle of Kanyoa could come up to play next. We could bring up our conquerors and cause a real bad day for them. At least it'll cut off their... It'll get us an earlier turn, an earlier move, so let's do that. We've basically blocked them here now. They have aircraft which won't be able to land, so that'll be great. They've all gone elsewhere, so let's go ahead and see what else we can do for assistance. We can call out a naval strike squadron. They don't have any AA there anymore. So we could actually call out bombers to deal with them, though I'm not sure how much we'll have in points. Fighter squadrons would be best at this point to call out from Hiroshima to make sure other forces don't deal with or have the same problems we had. But anyway, we're going to need to save a lot of points for R&R. In fact, we may as well do that with one of these groups now. There we go. The less likely they are to attack, the better. Let's do the Kumamoto battle, because you know they're just going to retreat. Alright. And let the battle for Kanyoa begin. Nagasaki, of course, I guess. Like I said, we'll probably have it by like turn... Oh, what did I say? Like turn 12 or something? So a lot of area for the enemy to cover, but we're already kind of digging our heels in here. And they have a ton of infantry. So we can just play a defense. We can just basically put some stuff down at Kagoshima and go around and go command hunting as usual. So, boys, get your camouflage and your rifles. We're going command hunting. It's gonna be fun. No real AA to oppose us. It's good. It's gonna be a good old time. All right, so we got plenty of points to spend as usual. We're going to need plenty of points to keep our attack going, so we're going to need to call out a UAZ, and our FOB is going to have to be defended. Meanwhile, we'll have to have kind of the same going up in the north. No cities up there. Does make things tough. But it's also another point we can attack from. So if we can get another fob down, which we cannot. And that's pretty worthless. So we'll just go with the choppers and we'll just kind of race to each objective to see who can find the most first. And they don't have any air support either, which makes everything much more fun. Alright, we're going to get some real revenge for that attack, our previous attack, which we didn't do too bad at. But again, when I push the enemy to the edge of the map and they've only got a few points left, and that's not a draw. I mean, if two dudes beat the crap out of each other and one dude kind of just grazes another guy's nose and the other one's in the hospital, pretty sure that's not a draw, Wargame. Nice try. Alright, let's go look for commands. We got recon with this one more advanced group. Looks like Boris has the command first. You can bet Oida or Oida is going to as well. Shocking. And Anna also. So we'll start looking. Again, remember, we are avoiding peanut butter. We're just going for commands. That's got to be a command there. Nope. Peanut butter everywhere, though. We do have plenty of tanks to try to slow theirs down. They're going to go for our fob, though, as usual. That's got to be a command there. And there she is. One down. Going to Anna next. Oida as well. Call up a couple of elite choppers to deal with those incoming forces. No. The more the merrier in this situation. They can take the fob, but they ain't taking the damn command out. Look at all this crap. Second command's found. Alright, now here comes the cavalcade parade of commands. Just avoid him, don't worry about him. Alright, we need another 80 points to continue on. There's the last CV. Take that, bitch. Wow. I can't believe we're actually doing this. Next command, there's got to be one there too. Where'd you go? There he is. That's not the one we're looking for, though. There's going to be another command there. What the hell did they take next? They must have called out another command. It's probably in the back. Without the Americans, they roll over pretty quick with the amount of commands we're able to kill. That's not a command. There we go. No, there's a command somewhere that snuck away, isn't it? Oh, no. Typical crap. Oh, we got it. Wow, that was a ballsy move. Total victory, though. Oh, I wonder why. They had tons of forces on the field, but they lost their commands. Yeah, I know. I'm just being frustrated over the Oida situation. The 4th airport victory is at hand, comrade. Bring the 4th, and I promise you an appointment in the Kremlin. Roger that. All right, so anyway, that should be it for now. We'll go ahead and continue then. We'll have to do Naval Sector Romeo, and then we'll have to go back to Nagasaki. Gonna drop the bomb, baby. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do. Let's see. We have naval ship. Can we call out from the Naval Sector Romeo here? By the way, what can the Minsk call out to assist? I think that's pretty much it for the Minsk. But anyway, we'll bring down the final swing of the hammer. Don't worry about EU. I'd like to crush that, but I would much rather have them there away from us. We'll have plenty of points to spend. So let's see. Just before the end, though, we will definitely need certain things. We're probably going to need seed, and we're definitely going to need seed, and we're definitely going to need some let's see, bombers of some sort. IL-102s would be nice. MiG-27Ks, but that's for the big boys. The MLs, probably some fighters, additional fighters. Some cheaper fighters would probably be better than sacrificing those 1-1 whatevers all the time. And we're going to have to refit them, so we'll put them out for one round. And we'll also bring up the first strike squadron. No, we can't because we need points to refit with, and I don't want to be trifled with down here. So it looks like this chopper can refit, but we're not going to do that. We need at least 8 plus 4 plus 1 to totally refill there, but we're not going to do that. So victory is at hand, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next turn. Bye.